This is our last video for Formative 1 in Unit 8. We're going to be factoring by grouping. So this is a cubic polynomial because we have a 3 here. This 3 tells us it's cubic and we have 4 terms, so it's a polynomial. The way I'm going to factor this is I'm going to group this. And when we group this, we're going to do 2 little problems, okay? So I'm going to start off by putting parentheses around the first 2 and then the last 2. One thing to know is I could rearrange this. I could switch the 3x and the 12x squared around and do a factoring problem like that. However, because this goes in order from biggest exponent to smallest exponent, 3, 2, then 1, which I could put a 1 there if I want to, I'm just going to keep it like this. So now we're going to treat these as 2 separate little problems. So I'm going to figure out what am I going to take out of 18x cubed and negative 12x squared. What number and variable goes into both of those? Looks like 6 is going to come out of that. Notice the smallest exponent in that set, so I can take 6x squared out of this part right here. So just for that part, with the GCF factored out, it's 6x squared. Divide, I get 3x minus, looks like it's going to be minus 2. Now we move on to this other problem here. We have the 3x and then a negative 2. Is there a GCF? Well, I could do a 1. Does 1 do anything though if I divide by 1? It certainly does not. But I'm going to keep that in there because I have to have something out in front of this. So this is a positive 1 I'm taking out. Well, nothing changes, so I keep it as 3x minus 2. Notice how this and this are the same, okay? What I'm going to do is rearrange this. That is going to be one of my factors for the problem here. So I'm going to put 3x minus 2 in parentheses, okay? I've used that up. Notice what's left. 6x squared and a positive 1. I'm going to do in another set of parentheses 6x squared plus 1. Okay, and there's my factors. Now, again, you can distribute this. I'm going to take a little bit of time to distribute this. 6x squared and 3x was 18x cubed. Keep in mind, I'm just checking my answer. That's negative 12x squared. This is 3x, and that is negative 2. That's what our problem was at the start. Okay, so there is my answer right here. Check if you feel like you need to. Our second problem, 8p cubed minus 2p squared, positive 28p minus 7. Okay, again, I'm just going to put 2 sets of parentheses. Just going to do it like so. Make 2 individual problems, and let's figure out what the GCF of each part is. 8p cubed minus 2p squared. It looks like I can take a 2p squared out. Okay. When I divide that out, keep my GCFs in front, I have 4p minus, that's all gone, guys, so that's minus 1. What can I take out of 28p and a negative 7? I could take a 7 out. 7 comes out of all that. That's a positive 7, so I'm going to put plus 7 in front. Now what's left, we have 4p minus 1 as well. If you do not have this and that being the same, that means you did something wrong in your factoring of each pair. Okay, so my factors are now We have 4p plus minus 1. That takes care of those. And we have those two left. 2p squared plus 7. Sometimes, not a lot, you may have to factor this out. That could be a difference of squares, maybe. Or maybe there's another GCF in that part. A lot of times there isn't. All right, there you have it, guys. This is factoring by grouping. Remember, you want to have, you start out with 4 terms, and we want to find a GCF out of pairs. All right, there you have it. Have a good day.